Keys, you know who this is. Family, today I got to do this video going over reaction show Phil's video about the Chicago ice raid that happened in South Shore. He's going to start off making sense and then he's going to ultimately expose himself as a grifter by the end of this video. Let's just
So
get
ICE
into it.
did a raid at the South Shore neighborhood, and a lot of people are shocked about this particular raid because this is a community where a lot of black people are at. Now, ICE claimed they was going to do a raid because of the Venezuelan gang, Tren de Agua. They said they had members out there. But I want you to watch and listen to what the people said, how they were acting.
It's a citizens that stay in that building too. It's citizens, regular citizens that stay in that building. Why y'all just raiding everybody's house? Yeah, I said why y'all just didn't go to their house? Why y'all raiding everybody's house? That's violation of the citizens' rights that it actually live there.
I don't know nothing about the right.
You thought I was giving intel? I'm giving you intel. Intel into the right wall. It's citizens' rights, right? As a U.S. citizen, we have rights, right? And y'all just raiding their houses trying to get to the immigrants. That's not right. That's not fair. Y'all disturbing the peace. It's 1 in the morning. It's kids that stay in that building. Y'all flashbanging. Y'all not being considerate.
When they trying to get somebody,
She thought I was giving some intel. I got some intel for you, Bookie, but what you're doing is illegal. If it wasn't like that, why y'all not showing y'all faces? Man, and he just had a newborn in there. That little boy only 12 years old. They got the babies outside. That little boy only 12 years old. They got the babies outside. Get your ugly ass out my view. Y'all immigrants too. I don't see nobody trying to take y'all back to Europe.
It's overnight, and she says they took everyone and then asked questions later.
They just treated us like we were nothing.
Patricia Fisher says she came out to the hallway of her apartment complex on the corner of 75th and South Shore Drive in her nightgown around 10 Monday night, only to find ICE agents yelling police.
It was scary because I've never had a gun put in my face. They asked my name and my date of birth and asked me did I have any warrants, and I told them no, I didn't.
She says she was then handcuffed and released around 3 a.m. Fisher says she was told if anyone had any kind of warrant out for them, even if it was unrelated to immigration, they would not be released. Citizen-App video shows the chaotic scene overnight as budget trucks and military-style vans were used to separate parents from their children. Other neighbors say they saw agents destroying property to get in the building.
And they had a big 15-inch chainsaw with a round blade on it cutting this fence down. We're under siege. We're being invaded by our own military.
The FBI did confirm this morning that they did help the U.S. Border Patrol carry out a targeted immigration enforcement operation in this area, and they say they have been supporting these efforts at the direction of the U.S. Attorney General.
All right.
All right. I got to do this real quick because like the video cut off the first half. So the back half that you're going to see in a little bit, that's from a previous recorded video. But I got to say this. Y'all heard this. I got people, the neighbors who don't live in our apartment complex. They live in the neighborhood, giving you firsthand account for when it happened that night, showing you that this is affecting black people. Then the next day, you had black people who live in that apartment complex who experienced that, telling you how it's affecting you. And then the day after that, you got some random woman who goes up to the apartment complex, doesn't even go in, doesn't even get close, just stands on the street and says, this didn't really hurt black people like that. And you got a bunch of bozos on the internet saying, yeah, this is a Democratic psyop. It didn't really hurt black people. Look, this girl lady said 2 days later it didn't hurt black people. But the people there that night said it hurt black people. They showing you how it's hurting black people. They telling you that they taking the kids out. Those was black kids that they was taking out. Lady telling you how they went in everybody apartment. They didn't go in some apartments. They went in everybody apartment, destroyed it. Like I showed in the video I did before, and the pictures. That building pretty much condemned, man. Pretty much condemned. But y'all goofballs really let somebody who wasn't even there just say everything is fine. You can trust me. I talked to some people, or whatever the case may be. But anyway, we're gonna get into the regular video. Make sure you like this video, share this video, comment on this video, donate to me if you can. PayPal, Cash App, super thanks. Do it to support the channel, or just do it because you want me to do something for you, like a question, anything. Take it all. A whole bunch of ones beat a whole bunch of nuns. And on that note, family, let's
So
get to
the people in Chicago say they're feeling under siege with all the situation that's going on with ICE. Now, I'm seeing the tactics. I'm seeing how they're moving. They're being very aggressive, and it's like I see it coming. What's going to end up happening? And I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm completely wrong on what I'm about to say. What's going to end up possibly happening? One of these aggressive ICE agents or one of the federal agents is going to harm somebody and take their life. And it's going to be a bad situation, and who they do, it may be a child, it can be somebody, right? And that they're going to do it at the right time. And that is what's going to spark off people. Because let me tell you the environment that they're doing this in. A lot of layoffs are happening to people. Mass firings are happening to people. People are worried about if I'm going to be homeless, can I afford groceries? And when you start getting people in that kind of position where they are desperate, and when they get to a point, I feel like I have nothing to lose, and they're not even worried about no jail or any of that at that point, right? And for sure they're not worried about no ICE agents or whoever.
But that's the point. That was the point. First of all, let's get to this. Who's doing the layoffs? Who's responsible for all the layoffs and all the problems you just listed? Trump. That was a part of his Project 2025, which you said was fake. All invading black neighborhoods like this, that's not by accident. That's on purpose. Also a part of Project 2025. They want somebody to do, they want exactly what you said. They want that scenario. They want somebody to hurt an ICE agent or one of the federal agents, or they hurt somebody. And it sparks off a big civil unrest so he can then declare martial law and then really go after people. Because that's what they want. Every little thing, Trump is like, oh, people are protesting the ICE facility, send in the National Guard. Now, what happens if somebody actually get killed? And that sparks a big citywide protest. That's martial law right there. The private rate state army is coming together. You got Texas National Guard going to Oregon, and they going to Illinois, Portland, and Chicago. It's coming together. Trump ain't even been president for a year yet, but we're gonna let you keep going.
Else they're worried about, they're gonna have a problem. And I've always said this, and it's the truth. It's a numbers game in America. There's more people than them. At the end.
What you mean more people than them? Who are these people? Because I hope you don't think that people are gonna rise up and come to rescue nobody in Chicago, no black people in Chicago. I hope you don't think that. Like, they know that that's not gonna happen. Ain't nobody running to nobody rescue. Did you see anybody from Chicago coming in to rescue those people? People from the neighborhood didn't do nothing to help them. What you think gonna happen? Like right now, they in Memphis. What if they do something like this in Memphis? And Memphis is where it kicks off, and they gotta put the whole city under martial law. And they really like shooting people, mass detentions, and all that. Excuse me, mass detentions and all that. Is anybody going to Memphis to help them? No. But we're gonna let you keep talking. Talking about It's more of us than them. Who is us? Who is we? Because I ain't going to Chicago to help nobody, respectfully, or anywhere else.
Today, it's more people. I heard they're starting to do this mess in New York. New York is, I think, the wrong city to really be pushing
Yeah, I'm in New York. I'm not traveling to no other part of New York to help nobody.
people because New Yorkers on a good day be down with it, the business. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to put people in that kind of position because the way people are feeling right now, if something happens, I believe it's going to be worse than George Floyd, and more people are going to be a part of it than just black people. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it's going to be worse than George Floyd because the Trump administration, because of how the Trump administration is going to react to it. And this, and I don't know if you know this, but every time there's like a protest or something like that, it's more than just black people there. Remember, y'all, you forgot y'all talking point about how all the violence was being done by white people who were there? But we're going to let you keep going. And I hope you're not trying to talk about like some mass coming together of class solidarity, and we gonna all come together, white people, black people, brown people, yellow people, red people, and we gonna all just come together against the government with some type of class solidarity. Like no matter what our issues are, we all Americans and we gotta fight together. I hope that's not where you going with this, even though that is where you're going with this. But I'm gonna let you keep going there.
I'm just saying what I'm seeing happening. You could only push people so far before people say, okay, all right. But it's going to take the life of somebody being lost. That's usually how it goes. And because they're being way too aggressive. There's no need to be that aggressive. You understand what I'm saying?
It is a need to be that aggressive. That's the point. The point is to put on the show. Like I said before, Barack Obama deported more people than any president in American history. And guess what? He didn't need to do all of this to get it done. Joe Biden also up there with deportations. Bill Clinton also. Even I would say, George Bush ain't really up there like that. But all these presidents, they did not have to do this. They didn't have to do all this. The point is to do this with the Trump administration.
Now, some people will say, oh, well, see, that's why we were saying to vote for Kamala and this and that and the third. Well, let's call it what it
Here we go. Like I said, I knew it was coming. Here we go. Here we go.
is. The people that's, I think, more affected by all this than us would be the Latino community. And they
Not true. Not true. Not true at all. And who cares if they were more affected? Our community is being affected. Like this is some type of game. That's like somebody coming to my house and destroying my whole house. And somebody saying, well, you got to look at it like this. The other family house got destroyed more than your house. I don't care about the other family house. My house is being destroyed. The black community is being destroyed right now by the Trump administration. We under attack from multiple angles by the Trump administration, and they just getting started. I don't care if another community is being affected more.
didn't go vote for Kamala like that. I take a big issue with anyone telling anybody black about it was our responsibility to put her in office. No, it was more the Latino community.
It was our responsibility because we're going to be the ones most hurt by the Trump administration. The black community is going to be the most hurt by the Trump administration, period. Because the pain that the Trump administration is inflicting on us is going to be generational. It's going to be generational. This people getting deported, who's to say the next president won't be some Democrat who just say everybody who got deported can come back in and I'm giving y'all blanket amnesty. Then they community and reparations. Their community will be all right. But that ain't going to fix our problems. But we're going to let you keep going. And the Latinos didn't even have the ability to put her in office the way us as black people did.
responsibility to put her in office because they had way more to lose with Trump getting in office, especially when he promised he was going to be doing this mess. And they still went out and voted for him.
Just like he promised he would be doing this mess to black people in Project 2025.
You know, doing all that dance and talking about I'm going to vote for Donald Trump and all that. You know what I'm saying? All of them should have voted for Kamala Harris. Don't any of you do not let none of these Democrat shills or anybody say, well, you didn't vote for her or you sat it out or you did whatever.
Shill is Democratic. It would be, the word is shill. And second, anybody who's pro-Democrat cannot be a shill by definition. A shill is somebody who pretends to be neutral or impartial, but they actually secretly working for one side or another. Like you're a Republican shill. And so is the whole new black media, but we're going to let you keep going.
The case may be. Okay, but black folks that did vote, they voted majority Kamala, whether a black male or black female. But the Latino community, who had a lot riding on that election, is the one that should have voted for her 100%. And if they would have voted for her 100%, she'd be the president right now, and they wouldn't be dealing with some of these issues. Of course, we catch it. Listen, let me tell you another reason why they're being so aggressive. Crime is down nationwide. Even in Chicago, crime is down. And when crime is down, prisons don't get full. Prisons is a business, is a $1 billion business in the United States of America. In order for that business to keep running, you got to keep putting people in there. It's not good for business if crime is down. It's not good. Now, these people, and you know what people I'm talking about, are wicked on top of wicked for what they do. They're living up here trying to criminalize people in the mix of this immigration stuff they're doing because they want to funnel more people into prison. But this the thing with that. This particular dispensation of time, a lot of people gonna get a wake-up call. Even though black people, we're gonna deal with issues, but we're gonna come out on top in the end. And I guess
How is black people gonna come out on top in the end when the majority of this stuff is focused on us? Like I think y'all still keep thinking that this is like 2015. This is not 2015. This is 2025. The Democratic Party that you think exists don't exist anymore. The Republican Party you think exists don't exist anymore. It's not going to be business as usual once Trump is out of office, if he even leaves office.
it's more so the Latino community than black people, from what I'm seeing. They ready for the midterms, from what I'm hearing. And a lot of them want to go vote against the Republicans, which if I was a Latino, I would. I'm just saying if I was a Latino, I would. Because at least the Democrats, they don't try to get me out like that, right? And that's what Trump is afraid of, because Trump don't let.
So why don't that logic work for black people? Like, yeah, we gonna vote for the Democrats because, you know, at least they not doing what the Republicans is doing. How come when black people point that out about why they support the Democrats, that ain't good enough? But that's good enough for other communities. Let you keep going.
Trump and Republicans fool you. They are very afraid about the midterms. They're very afraid. Why you think he called Texas to say, hey, get me 5 seats? Why you think he did that? He did that because he knows that the Republicans going to get washed in the midterms. But historically speaking, that always happens. Whatever party is in the White House, usually the opposite party comes into power around the midterms. But the way he's